out from their cool dry place, and now we're going to find out how they turned out or how their vitality was affected by the various water types, especially the iteracare charged water and the seven wonders water. Let's find out. Let's begin with the distilled water. It is observed that the food content immersed in the distilled water had started to go bad. The sliced apple started yellowing at the sides. The cooked rice had a purple to dark film forming at the top. And the water around the uncooked rice had changed and was looking cloudy. And I believe this is due to the electrolyte imbalance and the serious lack of minerals in distilled water. Just so you know, distilled water is water that has been purified by boiling into vapor and condensed back into liquid in a separate container. So yes, distilled water lacks loads of minerals. That doesn't sound good. It is observed that food samples immersed in tap water over time also started to go bad. The sliced apple had gone bad and turned brown. The water around the cooked rice had slightly changed and was not absorbed by the rice. The water around the uncooked rice had a slight discoloration. This may be due to the fact that tap water is not purified or distilled. Also not good. Now let's talk about how the food samples turned out in the mineral water. It is observed that they also started going bad. The sliced apple had partly gone bad and had turned brown. The water around the cooked rice had slightly changed and was not absorbed by the rice. The water around the uncooked rice had a slight discoloration. Now let's see what happens to food samples immersed in the iteracare charged water over a period of time. The sliced apple was still green and fresh. The cooked rice still looked good and absorbed some of the iteracare charged water. The uncooked rice had not deteriorated and still looked fresh. The iteracare charged water around the sliced apple and uncooked rice was still clear and transparent. Isn't it wonderful? The iteracare charged water proved to be the best medium so far. The charged water was able to maintain the vitality of the food samples, and this is simply because the terahertz radiation from the iteracare device set the cells of these food samples in position to function at their best. The radiation penetrated deep into the cells as it works on the cellular level and activated and energized the cells of these food samples, keeping them alive, healthy, and empowered, resulting in their prolonged vitality. Exactly what every living thing needs. The food samples immersed in the seven wonders water turned out the same as those immersed in the iteracare charged water. The sliced apple was still green and fresh, the uncooked rice had not deteriorated and still looked fresh, and the water around the sliced apple and uncooked rice was still clear and transparent. This is also a good one.